Women's and men's basketball faced off against UMass Dartmouth. Track and field traveled to Middlebury, and we'll take a look at our last few games of the regular season. Those stories and more coming up on Inside Owl Athletics. Welcome back to Inside Owl Athletics. I'm Quinn Kimmel.
And I'm Aurora Carabello. Thanks for tuning in.
Women's basketball faced off in a close battle against third-place UMass Dartmouth this past week. UMass got off to a quick 18-9 lead with Caroline Wilson knocking down 3 shots from behind the arc. Owls freshman Ariana Murray put up a team-high 16 points, making 4 out of 9 three-point attempts. The Owls got even more freshman production from forward Kenzie Durnford as she added 15 points, which included 3 shots from long range. The Owls take this one, narrowly escaping UMass Dartmouth with a final score of 62-54.
Keene State gets swept in their series against nationally ranked UMass Dartmouth. Dartmouth led basically the whole first half. LEC Player of the Year Marcus Azor scored 15 points in the first half for the Corsairs. Jarek Sechon exploded in the second half, scoring 21 points and ending with a career high of 24 points. Sechon was a huge reason the Owls kept the game close until the very end. Mason Jean-Baptiste could have sent the game to overtime with this 3, but was unable to connect. You can catch the men's basketball senior night game against Castleton at 7 p.m.
The Owls track and field team competed at the Middlebury College track and field meet last Saturday at the Virtue Fieldhouse. Freshman Aurora Couto finished 6th in the 800-meter race. The women ended with a score of 15th, landing in 7th out of 8 teams. Competing for the men, Jake Pearl finished the mile event in 3rd out of 22 runners. The men landed 6th out of 8 with 32 points. Keene State will hit the road again next week, heading to the University of Southern Maine to compete in the LEC Championships.
The 2022 preseason coaches poll for our spring sports are out, and Keene State has a couple of high-placing teams. First up, men's lacrosse. The men are placed in 2nd on the polls, ending the poll with 59 points. The team is only trailing behind UMass Boston by 1 point. On the other end of things, Keene is ahead of Western Connecticut by 7 points. Up next, we have women's lacrosse. Women's lacrosse is also high up in the rankings, ending 3rd in the poll with 35 points. Plymouth State is in 2nd with 39 points, and Southern Maine is in 3rd, trailing behind Keene by 3 points. Baseball is up next, ending in 8th of 9 places. The Owls entered the poll with 14 points, trailing behind Castleton by 8 points, and only finishing ahead of Western Connecticut by 1 point. We will finish off our preseason polls with softball. Softball entered the poll in 6th place with 30 points. Keene finishes 3 points behind Plymouth State and 4 points ahead of Western Connecticut. Spring sports begin on February 23rd with men's lacrosse starting off as they travel to Western New England for their season opener with a 4 p.m. start time.
An Owl first-year basketball standout is back in the awards column this week. Ariana Murray has been named Rookie of the Week for the 3rd time this season. Murray scored a game-high 16 points against UMass Dartmouth last week, and she averages 10.4 points per game this season.
We're wrapping up the regular season for a few sports this week. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule. We've got just 2 games this week. Both basketball teams host Castleton tonight in what can shape up to be a key matchup for our playoff seeding. The women open things up, and it's senior night for the men just after. For score, stats, and more, check out KeeneOwls.com. Again, that's KeeneOwls.com.
That's all for today's show. For all of us here at Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Quinn Kimmel.
And I'm Aurora Carabello. Thanks for watching.